Hi, I'm Kian, and today I want to show you how to find if a series converges or diverges by the ratio test. So we have a series from 1 to infinity of n factorial over n to the power of n. Now, when our series has a factorial, we go ahead and use the ratio test because it's the easiest way and usually the only way to find if it converges or diverges. So for the ratio test, we should check, so I write it here, check that the absolute value of this whole thing first before I solve, this whole thing is a sub n, which is our series. So now we should check a sub n plus 1 multiplied by 1 over a sub n. And now this is equal to the absolute value. A sub n plus 1 is just this. So we get n plus 1 factorial over n plus 1 to the power of n plus 1, and then multiplied by the reciprocal, which is n to the power of n over n factorial. Now, how do we solve this? So we can simplify the numerator that is n plus 1 factorial, so we can write it as n plus 1 multiplied by n factorial. And you can see that this n factorial and this n factorial nicely cancel. And then we can use our formulas for exponential to simplify this. So for this, we get n plus 1 to the nth power multiplied by n plus 1 to the first power. And you see that this and this cancels, and we're nicely getting our answer because both of them has n, so we can write this as n over n plus 1, and all of them to the nth power. And now I want to use a limit that has been proved before and has a specific answer. So here I go. So we get the limit as n approaches infinity of 1 plus a over n to the power of bn. This is equal to e to the power of a to the power of a times b. So the limit as n approaches infinity of 1 plus a over n to the power of b times n is equal to e to the power of a times b. So now how can we write this in this form? So it's very easy. So we can make the reciprocal of this. So we can write this as n plus 1 over n and then to the negative n power. And now you can see that we can split this fraction and write it as 1 plus 1 over n to the negative n power, and now we can see that this is clearly in this form. So now if we take the limit as n approaches infinity of 1 plus 1 over n to the negative n power, we can see that a is 1, b is negative 1, so the final answer is just e to the power of negative 1, which is 1 over e. And now, at the end of ratio test that we found the limit, we should state that 1 over e is less than 1. So by conclusion, we can state that the limit and the series from n equals 1 to infinity of n factorial over n to the power of n converges by ratio test. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to my channel and watch previous videos.